A few years ago, you were alone in a hospital room looking down at your hip bone from the inside out, or from the knee.
From the knee and the hip
I
bone.
mean, you thought you were going to die, right? And I remember seeing those reports, and I was like, how the hell can you be fighting one moment and almost be dying the other moment? Can you talk to me about what happened, and did it change you?
Yeah, I had staph infection in my knee from surgery, ACL surgery. I've had staph infection previous to that. Prior to that, I had it in my face, had it in my elbow,
Right.
had it in my leg.
And for people that don't know, it's somewhat common, like less common than it should be. You pick it up off mats and things like that.
It's naturally occurring on your skin.
Right, staphylococcus or whatever.
Yeah, staphylococcus, epidermidis, staphylococcus, like methicillin resistant staph. It's like different types of staph. Even strep turns into staph.
Okay.
So I had that, I had that surgery, and I'm like, I get out, go home, chilling, watching TV, watching Key and Peele, go to bed, wake up, chilling. The next day I go to sleep, I'm like tossing and turning and sweating. I'm like, man, what's going on? Man, it's weird. Go to rehab. My doctor looked at my knees like, Mo, I had 3 golf ball sized lumps in my knee. And he's like, Mo, this ain't normal. And he feels it, like, man, your knee is hot. He's like, I got this thermometer. It's like a sticker. He put it on my knee, like 105 degrees. He's like, Mo, I'm gonna call your doctor. You need to get your knee checked out. Go get it drained or something, because this ain't normal. So go to my doctor, and it's on Saturday, the day of the Chael Sonnen versus Rashad Evans fight, because I'm cool with both of them.
Okay.
So I go get my knee drained, and he's like, all right, Mo, I'm gonna get this rushed, and I'm gonna call you, let you know what's going on. So I go home, and right, it's like the first fight on the card. I'm sitting there because I want to watch Rashad and Chael, because they're both my friends, fight. I get a call from my doctor. He's like, Mo, come here now. Come to the emergency room. We're gonna do an emergency surgery. We found staph. Your knee's like highly infected. We don't want you to become septic. Come right now. We're gonna drain your knee out, whatever. So I get there. I go into surgery. Wake up. Look to my left. Have a PICC line in my arm. So it's like tubes. And he's like, Mo, we're gonna keep you here a little longer. It's worse than I thought. We're gonna put you. We're gonna have surgery, perform a debridement, and drain your knee every 48 hours to fight the infection. I was in the hospital for about a week and a half, damn near 2 weeks. Every 48 hours I was going under the knife for them to drain my knee. Finally, the last time when I woke up, I had a wound vac. I had these tubes in my knee and a fanny pack, and I had some more tubes. I had a jar, and it's battery powered. And they said, hey, this is to suck out the infection. When it's full, you have to drain it. And my knee was just like, it was just destroyed pretty much. I had all these scars in my knee, and I had tubes in it to suck out the infection. Come to find out, the reason the infection happened is because my ACL cadaver they put in my knee was carrying the staph infection.
No. So they took that tendon from a cadaver. It had staph on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had it internally, so that way it was just going to town.
And I went through 5 different antibiotics. Vancomycin was the last one. Vancomycin is strong. I had to take it every 12 hours through an IV. And,
So what are you thinking to yourself when you're in the hospital? I mean, I hate hospitals anyways, but you're sitting there going under.
I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm like, could I be able to fight again? And I remember I'll never forget this. My heart rate, started going up, and I was in pain. I was sweating, and I was like, "Hey, call a doctor, because something's wrong. Because something didn't feel right." They took my blood pressure. It was high. I had to take blood pressure medicine for a while, and they're like, "Hey, man, you're right." And I was in pain. I was like, "Give me some morphine. Give me something." And I thought I was gonna die then. And I was like, "Look, man," I called my mom. I was like, "Look, it's something. Something's wrong. Something's wrong here. If I die, I love you, this and that. Just know that." Called all my loved ones, try to let them know that, texting them, and I thought that I was gonna die that night. I didn't sleep. I was just sweating. I never felt like that before in my life, and I'm glad I don't have to relive that no more. I try to think about it, but sometimes it'll pop up. But that was a rough period. 3 solid months, I had to go see an infectious disease doctor every 2 weeks to so he do blood work on me and see where my levels are at, my CRP, C-reactive protein levels are at, and it was rough, man. Like, I'm glad it's over with.
And Chael reached out to you during that, right?
Yeah. Chael Sonnen, people would say all they want about Chael. They can bash him, they can say this, they can say that. That's one person I won't fight just because he's a real man. He hit me up, was like, Mo, I heard about the staph infection. Stay strong, you'll beat this. You know, don't worry about nothing. If you need any help financially, I got you. I was like, what you mean? He's like, he's like, Mo, I made good money. You know, a lot of my money, a lot of the checks I had, deposited, I didn't even touch it, you know, because I made money off sponsors. So if you need any money, let me know. I can put in your account or wire it to you or whatever, and just so you'll be okay, because I don't want to see you out there struggling. And I was like, man, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, I'll be all right though, man. But for you to call me and, you know, reach out to me like that means a lot. So I've never seen anything bad about Chael. You know, even though he's a Donald Trump supporter, never gonna bash him.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.